Yo, what is going on everyone? It's me, Mr Premps, and in today's video we're going to talk Luffy, Dragon, and the biggest threat to the world government, the Revolutionary Army. You see, in this video I'm going to explain why I believe the Revolutionary Army are in Wano, and if not, they're most definitely on their way. And I guess whilst I do this, I'll probably explain why this will be the reunion of Dragon and Luffy. But before I get started, if you're returning to the channel and haven't already, then why haven't you subscribed yet? And of course, if you're new here, then feel free to hit that red button and join the gang. And of course, if any of you like anything I had to say, then make sure you leave a like on the video for the algorithm. But now let's get into things. And I think the only way to start this off is to take a look at Vegapunk. And should I say Vegapunk and Orochi? I think most of us have pretty much predicted that Vegapunk will be revealed to us towards the end of Wano, as we potentially find out a little bit more on the SSG, with them maybe coming to Wano, or potentially being sent out to defeat the ex-warlords. But that scenario is unlikely. But I guess let's start off with Vegapunk being in Wano, because why would he come to Wano? Well, quite frankly, because Oda foreshadowed it. In chapter 929, Oda gave us this interesting scene between Orochi and CP0. And here it's explained that due to Doflamingo's downfall, the world government can no longer make undercover business deals with Kaido in order to make trades for the weapons he's been creating. Now with Doflamingo gone, the government is forced to contact Orochi directly, putting Orochi in what I'd say a position of power. Now with all of this power, Orochi then demanded that for further negotiations to take place, CP0 would need to bring him Vegapunk. Now why would the world government give up Vegapunk, or even risk the life of Vegapunk when he's so key to everything they're doing, with knowledge up to 500 years in advance? Well, I think it's because they need to. You see, it was a few years back now, and I'm not sure whether it was in an SBS, but I recall Oda talking on devil fruits and stating that a certain professor will be the one to explain the complex mechanisms behind devil fruits. And this professor is evidently Vegapunk. You see, there's been too many individuals affected by the smile devil fruits, and this needs to be explained. Let's take Killer for example. He ate the smile fruit and now he has this laughing illness, and I think this needs to be fixed. I know some people thought, oh, maybe Chopper could heal them, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Oda just can't look past this. I mean, I understand that the people of Ebisu Town all share this illness too, but definitely with Killer having it, it certainly needs to be addressed. Now, what's so important that the Revolutionaries would come to Wano? Well, this was established post Dressrosa, where Koala explained that the weapons that they had seized seemed to possess a particular special kind of metal named liquor ore. And we can presume that this metal was being mined in the prisoner ironworks in Udon, where Luffy met Hyogoro. So is this enough for the Revolutionaries to come to Wano? Well, yes. You see, weapon trafficking has been one of their main goals. They've been continuously going around liberating countries whilst opposing damage caused by the world government. And weapons trafficking is huge. You see, for the world government to bring Vegapunk to Wano, it's going to show that they're desperate. They need these weapons, and Vegapunk coming to Wano might be a small price to pay. But back to the Revolutionaries, because this is only part of their motivation. You see, when Koala's talking about seizing the weapons in Dressrosa, she also mentions to Dragon that Sabo and Luffy were there. But Dragon, however, specifically asks about Robin. And although some may look past this and see it as Dragon asking about Robin because she spent 2 years with them over the time skip, I think there's so much more to it. And Dragon realizes the importance of Robin given all that's happening. And maybe, just maybe, Dragon wants to prevent Robin's capture too, and making this a secondary priority of the Revolutionaries. So just to recap, Dragon would want to stop the weapon trafficking, prevent Robin's capture, and also, with the way things are now, I believe he would want to prevent Wano from being under the control of the world government. And that's all the motivation I believe the Revolutionaries need in order to come to Wano. But is that enough? Well, maybe, or maybe not. But here's some food for thought. because the more and more I think about it, if we look at the Straw Hats in the New World, there has always been a third party to support them. A third party to help them get out, or should I say a third party to help them get away. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, let me break it down further. You see, Punk Hazard, not only did we have Law and Kinemon helping out there, but we also had Smoker and the G5 agent show up. Then in Dressrosa, of course we had Sabo, but I think it's more important to mention that we had the Grand Fleet formed and supporting the Straw Hats in their efforts to defeat Dofi and his crew, and that was pretty much needed. But even after that, we kind of had Fujitora taking a chance on Luffy, kind of thanking him, and so there were so many third party sort of influences to help them actually leave. Then fast forward to Whole Cake Island, not only did the Straw Hats have an alliance with Capone and his crew, but in order to escape, they actually needed the support of Germa. And so with all this occurring, I think it's almost evident that there will be a third party coming to Wano. Oh, and just to backtrack, it wasn't just Germa, it was the Sun Pirates too. And honestly, I don't even know if it can be called a third party right now with everything that's going on in Wano. But let's just think about it. The Straw Hats are soon all to be out of commission. Law and Kid are struggling with Big Mom. CP0 are after Robin. And quite frankly, there's no one strong enough or fresh enough to protect Robin right now. I guess one positive has been the arrival of Zunisha, who will be wiping out the ships docked outside of Wano. But what if there's more? What if the Revolutionaries are on Zoe right now? The Zoe that is on Zunisha's back and on the way to Wano country right now. What if Vivi is there with Sabo? Is that where they went when they got away from the Reverie? It seems like the only place they wouldn't be found outside of Wano. And honestly, if I'm to add that, I do also recall Sabo making a Viva card to Luffy. What better time to take Vivi, an honorary Straw Hat, back to Luffy? You see, there are just too many coincidences in this Wano arc, and I don't think I believe in coincidences in Wano, or even in One Piece in general. I truly believe that there are too many hints that the Revolutionaries need to come to Wano, and it certainly fits the narrative. I believe Luffy and his father will meet here, and it's something I'm really interested in seeing. But let me know what you all think. Do you think the Revolutionaries will come to Wano, or do you think it will be someone else? And do you think Robin will get away safely, and if so, how will this happen? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And as usual, if you like anything I've had to say, then please make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you like content like this, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit bell notifications so you never miss out when I drop more content just like this. Say